Welcome back. I hope you are ready for our next round of phonemic awareness games. If you've already listened to the videos on F1 and F2, then you will know that we talked about the onset and the rime. So let's see what you remember. If we have the word cat, what do we call the k, the first consonant sound that we hear? If you said onset, then you're correct. Do you remember what we call the at, the vowel and everything past it? If you said rime, then you're correct. When we did the games from F1 and F2, we were either getting rid of the onset or getting rid of the rime. Today, when we do G1 and G2, we're not going to be deleting those sounds. We're actually going to be changing them. So if we have the word cat, and I say cat, now say cat, but instead of k, say h. Notice I'm changing that first consonant sound that you hear. So instead of cat, we change the k to h, and our new word is hat. If you notice, the rime stayed the same. So in our phonemic awareness games today with G1, listen carefully. Keep that ending part, the rime, the same. All we're going to be changing is the onset. And I'm going to use these colored magnets at first to help us. So I'm going to get rid of the letters here, because again, this is really just a listening game. I want you to listen for the sounds you hear. But you're going to notice that when I say change, I'm going to change our magnets out. The rime stays the same. It's only the onset that is changing. Okay, you ready to try some? Here we go. Here's our first group from G1. Remember, you're trying to get 8 out of 10 before I give the answer. All right, here we go. Say pool. Now say pool, but instead of p, say t. Tool. Good. Say hug. Now say hug, but instead of h, say t. Tug. Good. Say ride. Now say ride, but instead of r, say g. Guide. Good. Say sing. Say sing, but instead of s, say f. Thing. Very good. Say chill. Say chill, but instead of ch, say f. Fill. Good. Say wedge. Say wedge, but instead of w, say h. Hedge. Say soup. Say soup, but instead of s, say h. Hoop. Good. Say bell. Say bell, but instead of b, say f. Fell. Say base. Say base, but instead of b, say f. Face. Very good. Say peel. Say peel, but instead of p, say meal. Okay, how'd you do? That was the first group of 10. So now we're going to do the second group of 10, but I'm not going to use my magnets. So just listen. If you need to get something out at home, you can use crayons, buttons, anything you can find. If you still need to change it where you can see it, that's great. Otherwise, try to do it just by listening. All right, here we go. Say real. Say real, but instead of say s. seal. Say bowl. Instead of b, say g. Goal. Say pick. Instead of p, say k. Kick. Say feel. Instead of f, say r. Real. Say mail. Instead of say nail. Say mood. Instead of say food. Say mouse. Instead of say house. Say hush. Instead of say rush. Say bid. Instead of b, say hid. Say beach. Instead of b, say peach. Okay, there you go. We're already done with G1. So hopefully you're doing really well with those. Now we're going to move to G2. And just like I'm going to pull out our example from the word cat. Okay, remember we have the onset and we have the rime. In G2, we're going to be leaving the onset the same. So you're going to have to really hold on to that first sound that you hear and keep it in your head, because we're going to be changing the end of the word. So if I say cat, now say cat, but instead of at, say odd. Our new word, if we change the rime, our new word would be cod. Okay, so you're going to have to listen carefully. Keep that first sound the same. Notice it did not change. Okay, and again, for these first 10, I'm going to use our magnets. Okay, and what I'm going to do, notice the pink magnet is going to stay the same. We're not changing that sound. We're just changing the ending part of the word. Okay, so this is our first group of 10 for G2. Say run. Say run, but instead of un, say ed. Red. Say cab. Say cab, but instead of ab, say op. Cop. Say leg. Say leg, but instead of egg, say ip. Lip. Say tap. Say tap, but instead of app, say uck. Tuck. Say mall. Say mall, but instead of all, say et. Met. Say six. Say six, but instead of ix, say ack. Sack. Say guess. Say guess, but instead of s, say ut. Gut. Say well. Say well, but instead of l, say un. One. Say cat. Say cat, but instead of at, say come. Say fin. Say fin, but instead of in, say ox. Fox. All right, there's your first group of G2. So, you doing okay? Feel like you get it? All right, we're gonna do some. I'm not gonna use my magnets. Remember, if you need to use something at home that you can actually change or turn over, that's great. Otherwise, just listen and play along. Let's see how many you get. We're gonna do 10 more. All right, here we go. Say map. Instead of app, say it. Mitt. Say safe. Instead of afe, say ink. Sink. Say wreck. Instead of ek, say un. Run. Say sun. Instead of un, say ed. Said. Say web. Instead of ebb, say all. Wall. Say mix. Instead of ix, say ut. Mutt. Say ring. Instead of ing, say est. Rest. Say weed. Instead of eed, say in. Win. Say rock. Instead of awk, say ag. Rag. Say pup. Instead of up, say in. Pin. All right, and there you go. We are already done with our word games from G1 and G2. Be watching for more videos as we continue to try and get through all the levels all the way through M. So keep up the good work, and I'll see you next time. Bye.